Before he was burning supes and random people's grandchildren in The Boys, Shawn Ashmore was busy saving the X-Men from all sorts of trouble while getting a cute girlfriend. I know, it looks like the man changed with the climate, or studios to be precise. Since he's one of the cool yet underrated characters of the X-Men series, I want to shine the spotlight on him and speak of the 10 best moments of him from the movies. Time's not frozen, so without the wait, let's see the 10 moments where Bobby Drake freezes our heart with his action and melts them back with emotion. Starting off the list, we have his fight with the Sentinels. What happens when you take Mystique's powers and blow up her moral compass? You get the Sentinels. These mutant hunting robots can detect mutant genes and absorb their powers and can self-repair. But all the Sentinels in the X-Men universe couldn't take down Iceman or Bobby's pure icy solid intensity. He goes head-to-head with the Sentinels not once, but twice in Days of Future Past. Fast forward to 2023, the Sentinels are wiping out mutants like the plague. While the last surviving mutants are being slaughtered like chickens, Bobby glides in to hold the Sentinels off while Kitty hatches their survival plan. This gives Kitty enough time to send Bishop's consciousness back in time to warn them and ensure their survival. Though in the end a Sentinel stomps his head into a million pieces, I think we can all agree that Iceman fought with unparalleled cool grace.
Not yet.
Pyro likes to torment the Iceman, saying he's afraid to fight and all of that, but little does he know that beneath all that coolness lies an excellent fighter. Unlike his friend, Bobby isn't one to pick a fight, but when push comes to shove, he fights and freezes his way through, and that's precisely what he did during the final battle in The Last Stand. When it's time to fight for the cause, Bobby's heart and mind are exactly in the right place. As the fight begins, he literally lands right into the ground with Kitty, though he was a little squeamish about that experience. Bobby bravely dives right into the action. On Logan's instructions, Bobby dares to run out of the cover and uses his ice powers to freeze one of the burning cars in the air. This catches Magneto's attention and leads to a fight with Pyro, which we'll cover later in this video.
This place can be home too.
Here's a little something you wouldn't have seen in the movies. Everyone was distraught after the beloved professor's death in The Last Stand. When the ever-caring Bobby went to check on Kitty, he finds her in tears. She confesses to Bobby that she misses home and the snow. Bobby sees her ice skates lying by the wall and figures that this is very much his forte. In a swooping, heroic gesture, Bobby freezes the big fountain, creates ice skates for himself, and takes his friend on a skating spree. He gives her the full package deal, complete with a twirl and catching her when she slips. In the movie, this scene ends as Kitty thanks Bobby. Ever thought the Rogue was overreacting when she storms out of the school and gets herself the cure? Well, there's a deleted scene where right after Kitty thanks Bobby, the two get a little too cozy and they kiss. Although they immediately realize their mistake and start to make their way back, the damage is done since Rogue sees their kiss from her window. The chills intensify. Up next, Iceman saves Wolverine. Once in a while, the awesome ones need saving too. And that's when Iceman saves Wolverine from an ugly encounter with William Stryker. Stryker's a sadistic weirdo who tortures mutants for his research. He shot adamantium bullets into Wolverine's head, causing long-term amnesia. The memories would have remained buried if Stryker didn't attack the X-Mansion. When that attack happens, Bobby's trying to impress Wolverine, who happens to be a father figure to his girlfriend Rogue. When Wolverine comes face to face with Stryker, the barbaric military scientist taunts him, revealing a past he doesn't even remember. Wolverine almost got sucked into Stryker's enticing trap. Iceman was quick to recognize this danger. Before Logan could take another step forward, he creates a thick wall between Logan and Stryker. Iceman's quick thinking gave Logan enough time to snap out of the flashbacks and escape a grisly run-in with a psychopath. Pyro's a certified jerk and loves to show off with a bit of flair. Bobby, on the other hand, likes to keep things cool. During a museum tour, in the food court, Iceman, Rogue, and Pyro run into two young men who ask Pyro for his lighter to light a cigarette. Pyro's smirk pisses them off to the point that they snatch the lighter right out of his hand. When the boys start teasing Pyro, his flames are quick to flare as much as his temper. He makes the flames jump onto the boys' clothes, setting them on fire. Now, who better to put out a flame than the Iceman himself? Bobby heroically steps in and puts it it out with his ice powers before the boy could get injured.
Why don't you stop showing off?
Oh, for her? I can't help it if your girlfriend's getting excited.
I don't think she's getting excited.
There is someone else.
No, no one has Kitty's power.
Someone that could take her power. Take her place. She took yours once.
Saving Kitty comes in next. The X-Men or any mutant wouldn't have survived past 2023 if not for Kitty's powers in the days of future past, and Kitty wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for Iceman. We already know that Bobby saved Kitty once at the beginning of the movie, and in a final attempt to save all the mutants, Logan volunteers to send his consciousness to the past using Kitty's ability to prevent the apocalyptic future. This doesn't turn out so well for Kitty. When Logan has traumatic flashbacks, he accidentally stabs Kitty with his claws. Kitty is severely injured and loses loads of blood, but she's determined to continue. Iceman was far from a cold-hearted fellow, and he desperately tried to allow Kitty to rest. When Xavier insists that Kitty continue, Bobby comes up with the brilliant, though slightly extreme plan of rescuing Rogue and allowing her to take Kitty's powers.
That's because they're keeping her in the one place your mind can't reach from the outside.
The Iceman's grit and determination saved not only Kitty, but the entire mission and the mutant future.
I'm gonna bring back somebody to help you.
Please just bring yourself back.
Not only is the Iceman good at keeping his own cool, but he's also pretty good at putting others at ease. And Rogue's gonna need all the calming down after the shock of putting her boyfriend into a coma for 3 weeks after kissing him. A somewhat confused Rogue comes into Xavier's school with Logan and sits at her first class. Pyro, who's sitting in front of Rogue, puts his hand behind his back and creates a small fireball. Bobby, sitting next to Rogue, freezes the fireball, getting Pyro into trouble and impressing Rogue. Score! Determined to give her a warm welcome, well, as warm as the Iceman can muster, he whispers to her, introducing himself as Bobby. Bobby's the perfect gentleman as he presents the lady with a small ice crystal shaped like a rose and welcomes her to Mutant High.
X-Men.
Welcome to Mutant High.
Coming out to your family isn't the easiest thing to do, and coming out as a mutant is no different. Bobby decided to brave his family in X2 after their school was raided by Stryker. The confrontation's anything but smooth. Bobby's parents think that being a mutant is a conscious choice, and they even ask Bobby if he can stop being a mutant if he tries. Pyro's snarky remarks only add to the tension. Bobby modestly turns his mother's coffee into a cube of iced coffee in a demonstration and says that he can do a lot more than that. Like hell he can. However, all these conversations are put to an end when Bobby's jealous brother calls the police and says that his family are being held hostage by a group of mutants. Although Bobby figures out his brother did this, he patiently walks away. In the runner-up spot, we have Iceman versus Pyro. The Iceman finally settles the debate of fire versus ice in this chilling scene where he single-handedly defeats Pyro, his former best friend and now arch-enemy. Hot-headed Pyro literally asks for a fight outside the Worthington lab building, sneering Rogue and taunting Bobby into making a move. The two former friends finally come head-to-head at the last battle. Pyro gets his long-awaited chance to finish off the Iceman when he freezes the flying flaming cars Pyro keeps throwing. Pyro, as we know, is really good at pissing everyone off, though naturally this means bad news for him. This ticks Bobby off to the point where he develops a new skill, transforming his entire body into ice and knocking Pyro out with a classic headbutt. Bobby is all swagger as he walks away with a "you never should have left."
You never should have left.
Taking the top spot is Iceman sacrificing himself for Rogue. Despite his ice skills, Bobby melts all of our hearts with the way he puts his life on the line for the mission and the people he loves. The Sentinels are undoubtedly the worst nightmare for anyone who's even remotely mutant, but Iceman, being cool and bold, doesn't even flinch before standing in the way of these killer machines to protect his loved ones. As Kitty lay bleeding, Bobby couldn't stand while she was in pain. He brilliantly came up with the idea of rescuing Rogue and replacing her with Kitty, and even guessed that Rogue was being held captive in Cerebro. He was willing to venture into the heart of danger to save the mission. When the Sentinels attack while they escape, Bobby doesn't hesitate to protect Rogue. Though Bobby's agonizingly burnt to death, he can rest easy knowing that he saved both Rogue and Kitty's lives. So there goes 10 of the ice cool moments of Bobby Drake. With the large cast of the series, he may have been pushed more to a side character, but I think that I've got enough proof now to show that most of the integral missions of the series wouldn't be successful if it wasn't for him. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on the TV Regent.